Breaking news. I always wanted to say that when I was a kid. Breaking news. Paul Manafort associate Stephen Corkin was found today. No, you don't like that.
Well, he's not. That's not his name, number one, and he's not really Paul Manafort's associate.
You just gave that to me. I just wrote it down. Stephen Corkin.
I think I said Stephen Kalk.
Okay. Joining me as always, my co-host, the managing editor of Liquid Lunch, my co-producer.
That was my first edit of the
and
morning.
the guy who gives me people's wrong names, or I just write them down wrong. But it's high noon already. Dow down 350. Crazy things that happen in the market, but when I say it all the time. You see these big ups and downs. We're right across the street from the New York Stock Exchange. The men and women of the New York Stock Exchange have been through this and much more. So 300, 500, you're investing for the long term. Namaste. Stay calm. Let it pass. These things rebound. We're on the Trump train. It's the Trump economy. More great things are happening. And don't worry about a little bit of a down day. Bitcoin hit 8,000, got slapped around a little bit. It's lingering around 7,800. Then we have all the finance. We have all the news. The big news of the day is...
Yeah, the breaking news just within the last hour is that the CEO of Federal Bank has been charged with giving $16 million worth of loans to former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort with the motivation of getting a job in the Trump administration, possibly as Secretary of the Army. So the U.S. attorney, appointed by Donald Trump, by the way, has charged Mr. Kalk and said that because he gave these loans to someone that had a history of defaulting on them, Manafort, with the expectation of deriving some sort of personal benefit.
So somebody whistleblowed on him, basically, and
Well,
said, whoa, we just gave this guy $16 million, and we're looking at these papers here, the last 5 banks that gave him anything like this, he defaulted on. Where are our risk controls?
Well, I think that's
He's beat the odds before.
And if Stephen
he
Kalk
hasn't
did
turned
this.
into a rat, and if Stephen Kalk participated in this, to me, that's defaming our government, our liberties, our flag. All those guys that go and women that go fight for that stuff, and they should get thrown in the hooskow.
And not to
for quite some
mention
time.
the depositors of Federal Bank, and all the shareholders of Federal Bank.
Does it pass the sniff test? That's the question.
We'll see
You
what
gave him
happens there.
$16 million. You got on the Council of Economic Advisors. We all know how this works.